This session we are going to talk about particularly launch and Amazon external marketing plan. In this video, we are going to discuss about some portion of the external marketing plan which I personally use. This marketing plan includes influencer marketing, running ads on the social media platform, and some of the user generated content. So, with this, let's start the discussion of this topic. What is the right time to start all this effort? We need to start all this effort around 1 month before the launch time. So let's discuss about the initial steps. Initially, we need to create our account on two platforms. First one is creatormarketplace.tiktok.com and second one is influence.co. Creator Marketplace.tiktok is basically a platform by TikTok on which all of the content creators or the TikTok content generators they are all available on this platform. So what TikTok allows you to do through this platform is you can create some campaigns, you can share your brand name, your product, and you can run a campaign basically which would be specifically targeting the TikTok content creators, and you can ask them that you are looking for content creators who can kind of create content for your particular product and share it with their audience as well. This platform is not available in Pakistan. You can utilize this platform if you have a company in North America or in European side or even in Australia, but you can't utilize that particularly in Pakistan. So you need to create an account, or you need to utilize your company credentials whichever you have formed in maybe any of the European country or in USA maybe. This platform does not have any particular charges for running campaigns, but yes, you have to pay the content creators for their effort, for their activity, for creating the content. With this, let's jump onto the screen and see how this whole platform works. So as you can see the screen here, I'm using a UK company detail to run this account. And here is the URL creatormarketplace.tiktok.com. And after the home side, we need to come to the manage campaign. And here is a draft campaign I have set up. And there are a couple of public campaigns as well, which I would like to hide here. So if I click on the create campaign option, here you can see the campaign objective is appearing. You can do it for awareness, for the branding purposes, to increase website traffic. If you are running it for Shopify, to increase the followers, but I would select here the conversion, increase product sales. Then the second option is the collaboration type. How do you want to find creators? Direct invitation, there is only one type. You can't select any other option. How will the creators content be posted? It's going to be branded content. I believe it depends upon which type of objective are you selecting. So we'll click on the confirm here. So here you need to add the brand name. You need to select the brand name, and then you need to add the logo of your brand. And here in the email ID, you need to enter the email, then the contact name, then the phone number of your whatever phone number you are using for your brand. It increases the credibility basically. So you can tick on this, only show the contact information after the order details are finalized, so you know, do not get abused or any kind of misused. You can enter the campaign name here, whatever is your product name, then the campaign description. You can have an idea that here you need to share your goal of campaign, what prompted you to create it, and who you intended to reach. You need to mention all that. And if you have a document, basically here you need to mention what is your brand, what is your product, what development have you done, what is your ideal customer persona, how do you want to reach out to them, how do you think these content creators can help you to reach out to them. These are all the details which you need to mention here. Here you can also mention the video upload time, like at what time you want. Select a time, select a date basically for the creator to upload the video for review. So you can kind of schedule the things in the campaign. Then expected publish time, and then the product name you can mention that, no issues. Then the product images, and then product description. And in the deliverable, you can mention the video count. Usually we go for one. Video script, here you need to mention the video script, because if you don't select that, then maybe some content creators can simply unbox with single hand your product, and they can send you the video. Because you do not have any preset guidelines, then you can't debate with them regarding the output of the content. So it's much better that you ask them to get your approval on the video script before they start working on the content. So we would select here required. And then on the video guideline, you can develop around different video guideline scenarios. I mean, you can mention the use cases, the special feature which you are highlighting in your particular product, the pain points which you want to highlight for your ideal customer persona. So you need to have some guidelines. The guidelines would be around how the influencer or how the content creator needs to display things or needs to portray things. The guideline would more be about the core theme message, like what message you would like to convey in this frame, in the second frame, then in maybe the third frame. That's how it is. So the additional promotion here, it's usually only for the Spark ads on the TikToks, but still the content creator does not bother about it much. So they usually allow you the authorization, and you can select the authorization period as 365 days. Now here is the payment method, because it's not working in Pakistan right now. So let's say your company is in UK or maybe in USA or any of the European country. You can select online and you can transfer them. I mean, you can upload the payment in the TikTok platform. If you have run the TikTok ads before, it's very easy to do and it's very handy process. So you can click on the online option and you can transfer the payment to the content creator via TikTok. Now, here are the proposed payment methods. It really depends upon niche to niche, but in my opinion, from $30 to $100 can be the average cost of creating content by the content creators. It really depends from $30 to $100. You can kind of have a budget accordingly. So gift free product, I usually do it. Yes, gift product free of charge. Then we need to mention the product name, product description, and I agree to the terms. And after that, I'll confirm and the campaign would be set up. But yes, before setting up the campaign, it would show error. It needs you to select around 50 creators for a particular campaign. So if you have not selected the creators already, it will show error and it will ask you to select the creators. Now let's discuss how we can select the creators here. If I click on the add creator button here, I have created a list with the name of Upscale Valley 1. And then I've just selected it randomly. She's asking for around $350. But if we have added in some content creators in our shortlist, and those content creators do fall I mean in compliance with the proposed payment which we are thinking to offer, then definitely it would be shown as eligible, and we can click on the plus button here, and TikTok will send them a message, kind of an invitation for collaboration from our behalf. But now let's see how we can add the content creators in this shortlist. So here is the main homepage interface where you can see the content creators, their followers and their average views, and then their engagement rate. Now this data is being published by TikTok. Here are their charges. It usually shows TikTokers from the higher end. I mean, some are charging around 250, 2500, but here you can see $100, such kind of influencers or content creators as well. So it's kind of a variety. I mean, this one is also decent. It's charging around $20. Now here you can also see someone from $200. So we won't have any particular criteria like the maximum criteria for the number of followers or for the number of engagement, but for the minimum, and we do look for the content creators need to have at least 3 to 5,000 followers. So that's what we need to look at. What we need to do here is we can kind of go through the filter here. These are the filters like country and audience and followers and average views and engagement rate. For the country, it's going to be your relevant country in which you are planning to launch the product, and the audience country also should be the same. Then the follower can be minimum 3,000, and for the engagement rate and average views, I'm flexible, because when you listen the complete plan, you will kind of you would be able to synchronize with all these activities. We do have more filters option as well, and you can see that here, the follower, the age, sorry, the average views, and then engagement, brand experience. Okay, here you can select the niches. I would say go for the broad niche, don't specify yourself too much. And here you can select the gender, then the audience age, then the devices and all. So these are the options through which you can filter out the influencer. And here there are around 100,000 plus content creators. You can also sort them by followers, by engagement rate, by average views and all. So let's say if you find any influencers suitable, you can kind of add them to the campaign directly as well. This is going to add them to the campaign directly, and here you can also add them to the shortlist. Here I have created, you can create multiple shortlists as well. You can also create a list right away on the spot, but here I have created a list already, so I can click tick on it and I can save it. So that's how you are supposed to add the 50 content creators, and after that the campaign would be approved. Once the campaign would be approved, you are going to see the option of the influencers. If they have responded, then their status would be shown as live. If they are not responding, that their status would be pending or inactive. And then content creators usually promptly reply here within 5 to 7 days, and then you do the negotiation. You have the option to bargain, they have the option to bargain as well. After you both agreed on a price, then they need to get your approval for the script. Then you send the sample, and you put the payment in the escrow in the TikTok platform. Then the content creators deliver the content. Once you approve it, then after that the payment is released. So that's how it is basically. And here is the payment method option. Here is the reporting option. So it's very easy and handy to contact influencers instead of the conventional way, where we are supposed to contact around 100 or 200 influencer, and still eventually at the later or the end stage or at the final stage, there were only 2, 3 or 4 influencers. So it was a very hectic task. But with the help of this creator marketplace TikTok, it's available in UK market. I've tried it both in UK and USA market. I believe it would definitely be in the German market as well. So it's very handy to use and to contact influencers instead of you contacting or making a list of around 200 influencers with no particular filters to contact them or to filter out the relevant or the desired content creator. You can use this authentic platform to reach out to the influencers here. With this, let's discuss the second platform as well. This is influence.co. Now there are other platforms as well. There are, I guess, around 6, 7 other platforms for contacting influencers, but this is, I believe, very handy to use and very easy to use. So I personally recommend using this influence.co. Let me share the screen here so we can see how this platform works. Okay, so here is the website influence.co. What you need to do here is, it has now the creator marketplace.tiktok. The platform had no charges, and the only charges were directly transferred to the content creators. But here in the influence.co, it is paid. uh, Amazingly, it has two options to deal with the influencers or with the content creators. First one is what they label as paid. Definitely you need to pay the content creator. And the second one is in kind, where you can ask the content creators to create the content for you in exchange of a free product only. So sometimes you do get chances to filter out some of the content creators who are interested to this free of cost, just to boost their engagement. And if you find a decent piece of content without any paid effort, then that should be fine as well, because we are going to learn later on in this video how we can utilize that content later on. Now this influencer website has two plans. First one is free plan and the second one is pro plan. Now in free plan, we do have limitation to contact around 10 content creators, and in the pro plan, we can have maybe around 100 or more than that. but in that plan it charges around $600. But the other thing is it is going to contact the influencers on your behalf, or you get a good range of data to contact the influencers. You can also do it by yourself as well. It makes things very easy and handy and very time effective. I mean, you save a lot of time. So I definitely prefer this. You can try it, maybe do the subscription for maybe 1 month only. There are two options basically. Either you can pay them $600 for 1 month, and you are going to get enough relevant and reputable influencers who can work with you to create the user generated content. Or the other option is you can create around 5 6 different accounts and use the limitation of 10 influencers. You can contact them and kind of close the deal. You can go with either way, whatever you like better. Here, let's discuss how we can utilize this platform. Here in the center, in the collaborations, here is the My Campaign section, which we need to check, and then Find Influencer section. If I click on the Find Influencer, here are some different filters. Let's say in the filter, I check the toys. Now you can see around 3.2 thousand content creators are in the toys category. In the location, I want United States. Here is the United States. Now for the total range, I am flexible. For the Instagram influencers, I need minimum around 3,000. Let's say now for the sake of discussion, I am flexible for any other option. You can also sort the influencer by the network in which you want to outreach to them. Now here you have done the working from Glimpse maybe, or maybe manually checking out the social media platform, and you know your ICP is available on Pinterest or maybe on YouTube, maybe on Instagram, maybe on TikTok. So you can reach out to the content creator of that particular network specifically. So here we do have some advanced other options as well. Here click on the search of button. You can see here the influencers. Dream Team Toy Adventure Ohio, and it has around 155k Facebook influencers, 119k of for the Instagram, and then again the starting rate is only $100, which I believe is very reasonable. Then this one is expensive, 300, 500, 700. But then again there is a influencer with 106k Instagram followers, and then the starting rate is around $100. So you can pick out these influencers as well. If we go to the My Campaign section from here, let's click on create a campaign. Here the concept is also same. You create the campaign and set up the data, and then or set up the guideline, and then the content creator outreach to you instead of you outreaching to the content creator. Here you can insert the title, then who is this campaign for. You can enter your brand name, and then you can enter the description of the product, the aim of the campaign, website URL, what type of influencer are you looking, what exactly is the influencer required to do. You need to mention whole details here. How many posts are required? We need one video. What social channel do you want to use? You can mention your preferred one. What look or feel or style of post are you wanting? That can be informative. Describe the compensation in detail. Whatever compensation you are comfortable with, you can get a rough idea of your niche by checking the influencers, what they are asking in the influencer section. And here in the payment type, you can see in kind, paid, and in kind and paid both. So in kind is the free one, which I was talking to you guys about. And then in the category, you can select toys or whatever is your relevant category. Then you can share the image of the product. And then here you can apply the filter: minimum Instagram followers, minimum Instagram engagement. You can enter the location here. Influencer should have a publish rate. We would leave it as such. And then the campaign application, here are some standard template. We can leave these as such as well. Now here you can also checkbox this send application notification to my email, and then in the end you need to save the campaign. The more professionally you are going to fill up the details and in much more detailed way, the more good you are going to get the response rate. And then definitely I always recommend to go for the pro option here, because then this platform gets activated to make sure that the content creators respond you back. So that's very easy and handy way. instead of outreaching to maybe 100 influencers daily. And then there is a lot of hustle of communicating and discussing with those content creators. The third option which you can also try is Twitter. There are very genuine content creators on Twitter as well, so you can put the hashtag for your niche, and you can find some relevant content creators there as well. If we click on the message section here you can see two of the influencers have outreach me personally. I am mom, registered nurse, and a product review writer, blah blah blah, etc. She is asking for $150, and she has around 65,000 authentic influencers combined. Then again, I also have this influencer as well, and here I can simply communicate and with these influencers, set up a deal, negotiate with them, share my requirement with them, and then we can proceed with that part. Now here I would suggest you to go after the nano influencers. Don't go after the macro influencer or even influencer having audience more than 50,000. There's a particular reason for that. Your listing is just at the launch stage, and that's going to happen after a month time, because we are starting all this effort a month before your launch time. So what's happening is your listing has zero social proof. There's no authenticity. There's no proof of the good quality. So even the big influencers or the big content creators would also be reluctant to pick up the deal. And secondly, even if they pick up the deal, your conversion is not going to be well, so it won't be worth your money at this stage particularly. Definitely you can go for big influencers after you do have collected some good number of ratings and reviews for your listing. So what I usually do is I dedicate around $2,000 budget for this thing, and we do find influencers anywhere between $30 to $100 on average. So let's say even if it's $100, we can get 20 user generated videos or 20 different content pieces for $2,000. And if it's around $50 average or maybe $70, then we are going to get around 30 to 40 different content pieces by the content creators or by the influencers. And I'm looking only for the nano or micro influencers. An influencer having the number of followers less than 10,000, so they usually cost less, and it's usually a cost effective option by this way. What we do here is, while giving instruction to the influencers or while doing the communication with them, we seek their permission that we want to utilize this content on our own social media handles as well. And around 90% of the times they do give approval, because it's your brand and it's their free promotion, so they are totally fine with all this. And let's say even if you go for $100 for a single average cost of an influencer, and even if the average audience of the influencer is around 5,000, still you are going to outreach or you're going to expose your product to around 100,000 audience cumulatively if you spend around $2,000 here. So what we need to do here is we need to give the guidelines, a set of instructions, core message theme to the influencer, and we are going to make sure that each and every influencer is going to post regarding our product on a different date. We don't want them to do that on the same date. So let's say if your product is going to launch around 1st of November, then for the 30 influencer or maybe 40 influencers, it's going to be around 2nd November, 3rd November, 4th November. As such, we can skip maybe weekends or we can skip any busy weekday, but still we are going to line up one by one these influencers, and we need to maintain an Google sheet where we need to mention the influencer name, their followers, and at which date they are supposed to post their content. You can also start this effort 2 months before if you are doing it for the first time or for the first few times, so you do get enough time to line up the influencers properly for the launch part. Now for the content of the content creators, we are going to ask them to make a video for around 1 minute to 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, less than 3 4 minutes, less than 4 minutes average video. We need to ask them to create a content, but then along with this, along with posting the video, what we are going to do at the back end is we need to, like we have done for the insert card, we do some social listening, we do some polling. We did ask our audience what kind of gift you would like for the insert card, or you won't particularly mention the insert card, but what kind of small gift you guys would prefer, you can give them multiple options. Now here at this particular scenario, again you need to get re-engaged with that audience, your ICP, with whom you must have a good conversation or comfort level up till now. You need to ask them what is going to be a good price, a good bumper price, a good winner price, for which they would be interested. For example, maybe a set of 10-20 different toy set for someone who loves the stress ball as a fidget toy. Maybe a complete cricket kit for someone who is cricket lover. Maybe a set of you can say different tech products for someone who is tech lover, if your product is related to tech part. Or maybe you can say anything, someone related to something related to a set of fragrances for whole family, if your product is related to fragrance. So what this is going to do is this is going to act like a magnet. And let's say there's a mix of people, some of them do attracted to your magnet, which is kind of maybe the tech products, the tech gadgets, and there are some products who don't bother about tech gadgets, and then there are some other products who bother a little bit, then there are some who hate the product. So what this giveaway price is going to do is this is going to filter out those tech gadget lovers, and those people are going to attracted to this magnet, and rest of the audience will stay behind. So what you need to do is you need to maybe do the pickfu poll, or you need to simply engage in the group, or then again you need to simply engage one or two influencers which you are utilizing right from the stage of product development. You can ask them that you want, like you did the poll for the product development, A is better or B is better. In the same way, you can ask them to do a poll for the giveaway price, and you can see towards which giveaway price audience is inclined. And that's the, I mean, in the capital, the THED, that is the important element, or that is the important component of this whole process. So once you find a good number of audience, you have put in front of them a good number of options, and they have kind of selected one option with heavy strength or with a good number of voting, then again after that what you need to do is you need to ask the influencers that along with the content piece where you are unboxing our video, our product, where you are kind of showing its use case, its features, then you along with this you need to mention a giveaway price as well in your post, where what you need to do is you need to ask your followers that just for my particular audience I am going to announce this giveaway price. So what you guys need to do is you need to click on the link in the description, maybe in the first comment, maybe in the content of the post. You need to click it, click on it, you need to submit your details, and then you will be considered as a participant for this giveaway price, which is going to be announced maybe after 3 weeks or 4 weeks. We are going to have a 4 week timeline for this, but you can mention that you need to ask influencers basically to mention that this giveaway price, the lucky winner name is going to be announced after 4 weeks. So the influencer is going to share your content related to your product, and then again they are encouraging their audience to click on a link, and after clicking the link their audience is going to become your audience. Now we are going to discuss about all this later on how we can do that, but this is going to be the content or the material which we would like the content creators to deliver to their customers, to deliver to their audience basically. So what that link is going to be about, let's discuss that now. We are going to use viper.io. Now there are multiple giveaway price sites. One of them is Rafflecopter. Then there are some couple of other sites as well, and then there is this one, viper.io. It is comparatively expensive, but in my opinion this is the best option available, and it has very easy to use interface and quite handy to understand and grip all the data, all the information. But the point here is Viper cost is around 150 or $159 per month. But then again, if you, even if you do it for 2 months, that's a good tool to build the audience outside Amazon for your brand, and that is kind of becoming essential as the cost of advertising is increasing on the Amazon platform. So let me share the screen here. Here is the Viper interface. Now I have signed up already, and I have clicked on creating a campaign. Then you do have a free demo. You can test it out as well. But to fill it up completely, you need to sign up, and that's around $159 dollar per month. So here there are three options for the landing page or for the customer interaction contact point by Viper. So the first one is the landing page. Now we are going to share the link of this landing page basically with our influencers, on which their audience needs to click, and from there they land on the landing page created by Viper, which we are just going to set up right now. Then there is another embed form which we can integrate on our Shopify store or even on the Webflow store as well. We simply need to copy paste its HTML code. We are going to learn how we can do that. And then again, there is a Puppet widget as well, which is going to appear on your Webflow or Shopify store, whichever you would like to prefer. And you can click that as well. Now, when the giveaway prize contest is started, you can kind of run all three at the same time, or you can select one and skip two. That's up to you, up to your option. Whatever way you would activate, your contest would be visible on that particular display mode. So with this, we are going to discuss about designing the landing page. There's a dedicated Viper video about designing the landing page, and you can kind of design this landing page in a very well way to optimize the conversion and to optimize the micro engagement. Basically, all you need is you want your customer to submit you their name and their email ID. That is going to be your contact point at the first point. You can contact those followers again and again. Now, instead of being the audience of your content creator or your influencer, this audience belongs to you because you have their data in your email list. This is the first thing. The second thing is Viper also have the option of pixelating the customer. So whoever is going to land on your Shopify or Webflow store, we have learned that in the session 6 how we can pixelate them. Or whoever is going to land on the Viper landing page, we can pixelate them here as well. So by this way, you can kind of retarget the customer via email retargeting or email remarketing, and then social media remarketing, and then again with the help of Google Pixel, you can do website retargeting or remarketing as well. So these are the three handy powerful tools which you are going to utilize by using this Viper thing. Now, here's very important thing to understand. There are two advertising platform. First one is for Amazon sellers particularly. First one is Amazon marketing platform, Amazon PPC, Amazon advertising console basically. Second one is all of the remaining social media platforms, Google, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, whatsoever you would like to name. Now on Amazon, the conversion is amazing. You may get some orders on maybe 10 clicks or maybe on even 3 clicks, 4 clicks. So the conversion is amazing. Very highly relevant audience is available on Amazon. But what is the challenge there? The challenge is increasing cost of advertising. And here outside Amazon, the cost per advertising or the cost per click is cheaper, comparatively much cheaper than Amazon, but the conversion it is very poor. Now, definitely, we do need to expand our advertising efforts outside Amazon in those scenarios where the click is around $7, $8, $5, while the product price is not that much enough, so we can bear that advertising cost. What we can do in this scenario is we need to fix its conversion issue. Basically, how we can fix its conversion issue, that is with the help of retargeting, remarketing. How we can do retargeting or remarketing? By collecting their email, by pixelating them. The real money, whoever advertiser you listen to, or you listen to their podcast, you listen to their YouTube videos, everyone says the money is in retargeting, remarketing, or follow up. So how we can do that? Definitely we know how to do that by collecting their email and then by pixelating them. But how is going to be the audience come to us in the first place? If we are going to run ads in the first place, ads is going to take time, maybe around 2-3 months to optimize the audience. And then again, for those 2-3 months, the cost is high to run the ads. So what we can do here, we can find the relevant influencers and or the relevant content creators who do have our relevant audience already. Okay, we found them. But then again, those influencers are going to have some different interest as well. Then we are going to apply the social giveaway contest, which is going to act as a magnet to filter the relevant, the much hyper relevant audience out of all the followers of those influencers for us. So that giveaway price must have to be very much relevant to our product. If we are selling in toys, that needs to be something related to toys. If we are selling something related to gym, the giveaway price needs to be related to gym. Same is for kitchen products, same is for maybe uh, product for old ages, for health and household, for grocery, etc, etc. So what that is going to do is, that is going to, now there are already some congregation points of the relevant audience. Those can be Facebook groups, those can be influencers. Then again, we are announcing the giveaway price. Out of those mixed breed, we are going to extract a further hyper relevant audience to our engagement point. That is the widget, that is the embed form, which is going to appear on our website. That is the landing page on the Vyper. Now after we have collected the relevant audience in a much cheaper and quicker way, now how is it is quicker, we are going to contact the influencers via the influencer platforms like creator marketplace.tiktok or influence.co. That is a quick way. Instead of running and waiting for ads for 3-4 months, we have collected their relevant congregation point, like the followers or the content creators which basically they are following. We have approached them, and then by offering the giveaway price, we are extracting our relevant audience from them. And then now we have a list of those people. What we are going to do is, we are going to retarget them via email, we are going to remarket them via pixelated ads. Now that is going to be cheaper for us. And once we have sufficient data, around 1,000 plus emails, or maybe sometimes you get a good luck here and you get around maybe 5,000, 10,000, even 20,000 email as well. Sometimes if you are new to this, you may need to do a couple of tweaks. You may need to run it around 2-3 times to get a data of good relevant audience. But once you get around 1,000 plus mail ID, you can upload that data to Google, to Facebook, and you can ask them to create a lookalike audience, like 1% lookalike audience. You can search all that from YouTube. That's very quite easy to handle. Now once you are targeting the lookalike audience, which was created by collecting the email data of a hyper relevant audience, which was collected from the relevant content creator side, that's going to cater the poor conversion issue on the platforms outside Amazon, and that's going to make some money for you. So that's the whole external marketing plan. Now with all this, let's discuss about the Vyper.io. There's a dedicated video for around 20 minutes of Vyper on YouTube, which has explained very well how you can play with all these options, like the headline, and then the other different content, this thing, sub headline, then the button. You can see whenever I click on any option, there are the options coming up here. Enter now. Instead of enter now, uh, we can mention here, enter the giveaway price or anything. You need to be creative here. You need to see a couple of examples here to set up your landing page. We can play with the color, and then if I click here, you can play with the count timer as well, like the time labels and how do you want to set these up. Now this is something. Then again, in the grand price, you can mention what is the grand price and what is included in that. You can add an image here. Like you can see, you can kind of add an image here, an image caption and all that. And then again, you can add all the components here. You can add maybe the first component of the giveaway price cost around $100, the second one is around $500, whatever is there, I mean the highest price. And you can mention, if you combine all these components, it's going to be around $500,000. For me, around $200 giveaway price works well. But sometimes, yes, $400 to $500 is good enough to capture the relevant audience. So it really depends upon testing. It's different for different niches, but the range can be anywhere between $200 to $700 or $800. And then after that, you can check out here. Wait, there are more ways to win. If you collect this much point, then you can get a $20 gift card if you collect this much points. Now we are going to discuss later on how we are supposed, or how the consumer or customer is supposed to collect the points here. If they collect around 1,000 points, it is going to be around $50 gift card. How to win? Here is the flow here. Enter now, then share, then complete task, then collect points, and then win prizes. Now at the enter, now this is the widget which is going to appear on your website as well. So you can set up its content. You can kind of set up where, what do you want to type here, what do you want to type here, and then if you want to have additional fields, and then enter the giveaway price. This is a desktop view, then again this is the mobile view, so you can all play with all this thing. Now the second page is where the charm is. When someone will submit their name and email ID, they will be landed to the thank you page. And here on the thank you page, you can add multiple bonuses here. For example, you want to increase your number of followers on your Instagram page. So you can like this, visit us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. You can mention here. I mean, you can kind of select here, you can click on the new action, and you can click on the Instagram action, or you can create your own actions as well. Here are around dozens of icons which you can play with. Here are the icons like Apple something, Snapchat, Twitter, TikTok. You can see all these icon option here. Let's say even if you want them to add join your group, or maybe follow you on Instagram, or maybe follow you on Reddit, whatever is your relevant platform, you can ask them to do that. So I believe there should be around 3-4 engagement points, and you need to ask them to do that, and you can set up their points here. For example, if you follow us on Twitter or maybe Instagram, then we are going to award you around 100 more points. If you join our group, then we are going to award you around 200 more points. So you can have 3-4 engagement, which is going to increase their probability to win your prize. And this is how it is. It shows the leaderboard at this place. So let's say you have around 200 contestants and everyone has a different score. So the points of each contestant is going to be visible on the leaderboard, and they can see who is topping the leaderboard and who is on the second position, who is on the middle, who is on the last. So they can kind of have a sense of competition and improve their score by watching the leaderboard. So you need to have around 7-8 different engagement points, whatever can help you to increase your branding or help you to stay connected with that particular audience. So after that, we need to click on the setting here, and we need to click on email integration. I usually prefer Klaviyo here. Once we click on the Klaviyo, it will appear a pop-up here in which we need to sign up into the Klaviyo. We need to sign up into Klaviyo separately, and there it will ask for a permission and ask for a private key. We are going to discuss that in the next video, or maybe in a later video, how we can kind of identify Klaviyo and what should be the instruction for sending emails to these contestants. But here you need to set up the Klaviyo. That is kind of very self-explanatory. If you have good expertise for MailChimp or any other kind of email integration software, you can do that as well. And then here are some cheater security email setting. You can pick these. And then after that, here is the tracking code and pixel. You can add the Facebook pixel, and if you click on add more, you can add the Google pixel here as well. So after that, you need to click on the advanced feature. I usually skip that, but even if you skip it like this, it's going to show up on your landing page that Kevin just signed up and blah blah etc, such kind of stuff. After that, we need to click on the launch, and here are the end date and start date. We can set these dates up. And then here are the meta tags. This content gets displayed when users share your campaign on your social media. You can also set that as a reference for getting points, that you can share this post on your social media. Definitely that's going to make your all this contest more viral, and you can award them points in return. That's a very famous kind of engagement point. You can do that as well. You can mention your brand name and your title here, and then at the set live, you can click it on like whenever you want to make this live, you can turn on this toggle here. And here at the publish and install, there is the major effort which you need to do. If I click here, here is the publish method guideline. Like here is the landing page which you can set up here. Like I have done the setup. It needs your domain to show up the landing page. Even though you are setting up the domain on the Viper.io, you need to go to GoDaddy, and then you need to purchase the domain there. And after that, let me show you how you can add this subdomain. Now let me show you how you can add your subdomain here. What you need to do is you need to purchase a domain like I have done here. I have purchased a domain on GoDaddy, that's upscale-valley.co. Now how you can add the Viper does not accept the domain directly. You need to add the subdomain there. How you can do that? You need to go to the domain setting and then DNS management. And from there you need to go to the DNS records, add a record, and here is the record. You simply need to click on add here, and here at the type you need to click the CNAME, and then in the name you can put the name whatever you want your domain to be. That can be giveaway.upscalevalley.co, or that can be contest, or whatever name you would like to give it. But whatever is the first name, giveaway, contest, whatsoever, etc., you need to mention that name here. And then in the value, Viper asks you to add vc.viper.io. Then in the TTL you can add around 1 hour, and you can add record, and you need to wait for around 24 hours, and your subdomain will be active, whatever domain link you have provided here. So you can, if I click on the add subdomain option here, just to show you guys, you can see here it has provided proper guideline. I have added domain here, contest.upscale-valley.co. Now here it is provided the guideline. If your subdomain is this, then set your CNAME record to contest and vc.viper.io, and then you can go to what's my DNS or simple DNS checker, and you can mention that subdomain. If it shows like this, I mean vc.viper.io and tick, it means it has successfully activated the subdomain. And here is the guideline like I've showed to you guys: CNAME, contest, vc.viper.io, and that's good to go here. After you are done with that part, then here is the embed form. You can simply copy the code here. What you need to do is you need to copy the code, and then you need to go to your Shopify store, and let's say here is the theme. Like whatever, you can go for the free theme, or you can ask someone to set up the theme for you. That's again a service provider cost, and that's something cheaper. I mean, that's a one-time cost for you. If you want to set up your Shopify store, then you need to click on the customize here, and after you click on the customize, it's going to show the backend of your store. Now, once your backend of the store is appeared, you can click on add section here, and here you just need to type simply C. It is going to show the custom liquid. This is what you need to select, and here you need to paste the code. Now, after the code is done, you can simply save it, and at whichever level on your website you want to show your particular code, you can kind of pick it from here, like from this point. And after picking it up, you can kind of set it up after maybe header, or wherever you would like it to be. And then after that, after saving it, you can kind of go back onto the backside, the exit. And on the online store, if you click on this eyeball, view your online store, then it will going to show your Viper widget here. And same setting you need to repeat. This is basically the Viper kind of what do they call it particularly, the embed form. And similarly for the widget, you need to repeat same effort, and here the widget will show up. So this is how you are supposed to do the setting. And then you can choose your default landing page. That's always I recommend to do the Viper landing page, because that's very handy to kind of edit and I mean design it on your own way. After that, if you click on the result option, you can see the result. Like this is my name, here is my email ID shown up, here are my points, and you can kind of look up for a particular email. You can click here on the pick winner, and it's going to select a winner randomly. And I would always suggest you to give the giveaway prize and announce that to the lucky winner. But for the maybe second to 15th number rank contestant and 15th to onward rank contestant, offer them with 20% discount for your coupon, or maybe 10% discount for your coupon, or you can set it higher as well, maybe 40% discount for your coupon and 20% discount for your coupon. That's going to build attraction for your relevant audience. and definitely on your Amazon store as well. And that's going to help you around to give boost during your launch process in the honeymoon time period, basically. After that, you can see here is the URL shown up, contest at Upscale Valley. So if I click the URL here, here it is showing up Avas just signed up, and here I have set up some random things. And you can see here is the landing page. Whenever the customer is going to click on the link which we provided to the influencer, the follower is going to land on this particular page. So that's how we can set up the Viper, and that is the flow for contacting the influencer, how we are supposed to contact that, what we are supposed to offer to them, what should be the content, and then where should this link direct the followers or the customers, how we are supposed to engage with them, and how we are supposed to set up the Viper.io setup. That's all in this video. I'll see you soon in the next video with how we can do the remarketing and retargeting. And till then, goodbye. See you soon.